Hi, this is Emily the Audi Nerd. Tonight we're back with another episode of Head to Head. We have an RS7 versus an S7. Let's get into it. The previous generation of the S7 used to be equipped with the same engine as the RS7, however it had slightly smaller turbos. Today that is not the case. The S7 has the 2.9 liter V6 twin turbo engine, but this one is slightly different than the one that's in the RS5. This one has electronically assisted turbos, and I go a lot more in depth on this specific engine in an S7 video, which I'll link above, and I'll also put it down below in the description so you can watch it after. The RS7 still stays true to the V8 heritage to this car, and it has the twin turbo 4 liter V8 engine. The previous generation of the S7 and the RS7 had no exterior changes as far as width or length. That is not the case for this generation. This generation we got a total redesign where on the RS7, as you can see, it is significantly wider. It's 2 inches wider than the A7 and the S7, which you can see over here. The funny thing about the 2 inches wider is they actually maxed out the allotted width on the production line, so that is as wide as this car could possibly get. The S7, as I mentioned, is equipped with a 2.9 liter V6 twin turbo engine. It makes 444 horsepower and 442 pound-feet of torque. It goes from 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds and has an 8-speed automatic transmission. It has electronically limited top speed of 155 miles an hour. The RS7 with the 4 liter V8 twin turbo engine makes 591 horsepower with 590 pound-feet of torque, going from 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds. The RS7 also has an electronically limited top speed of 155 miles an hour. However, if you do option it with the carbon ceramic brakes, that top speed is raised to 190 miles an hour. The thing I like about the two power plants is they still remain the twin turbo in both, while this one's the 2.9 and this one is the 4 liter V8. No matter which one you choose, you'll know you'll enjoy either one of the hot rod options of the A7. I wanted to take this opportunity to talk a little bit about Audi's nomenclature and what the A7, S7, RS7 really mean and what they stand for. So you have your A7, that is your standard sedan, and all of our sedans are going to start with an A. Moving up to the S model, like the S7, that's where you get sport. So that's where they think, just a little bit sportier, a little bit different on the engine, a little bit different on the transmission, usually exterior elements and interior elements with it as well. Moving up to the RS7, RS stands for Rennsport or Racing Sport. That is your true race car. That's your road to track car. So that car you can take from driving every day on the freeway, you could take it in the city, and you can also take it on the track. Not to say that you can't with an S or an A car, but that one was born on the track, built for the road. The S7 is one of the few vehicles in Audi's lineup that does not also share the honeycomb on the A and S as well as the RS. So you can see you still have that really exclusive honeycomb only available on the RS car. Coming up a little bit, you'll see your 3 heritage vents. Notice they are not on this vehicle. There are only 4 panels that are shared on the A7, S7 with the RS7. That is the hood, the roof, the front doors, and the hatch. Everything else has been made wider and more aggressive on this vehicle. The S7 has larger brakes than the A7 with the 6-piston caliper, which you can see right here. This one also has the S Sport package, which gives you the red brakes, sport diff, all-wheel steering, and last but not least, sport exhaust. These wheels in particular are the 21-inch wheels you get as part of the black optic package. You can see this one has the 2-tone finish with the black. However, with the black optic package on the RS7, you don't get the black, you get the contrasting gray and silver combo. When you move up to the carbon optic package, when we go take a look at that one over there, you'll get to see those wheels. The RS7 has the larger 10-piston caliper, which you can see right here. It is just massive. The cool thing about the RS7 is the red brake calipers are not a part of a specific package. They can be optioned automatically and as a standalone option. This car in particular has the carbon optic package. The carbon package is not something that's available on the S7, so it's something that's exclusive to the RS7. The cool thing with the carbon optic package is that you do get the 2-tone black and silver wheels, similar to the ones with the black optic package on the S7. If you do the black optic package on the RS7, you get a gray and silver combo. So slightly different structuring, but you still do have the option for black and silver combo or gray and silver combo. And you may be thinking to yourself, well, these look really great. They must be bigger, right? You are right. These ones are a 22-inch wheel, and they have a much more aggressive offset to fill up that extra 2 inches of more aggressive room on the fenders. Normally right now, this is when I would go talk about interiors. However, the cool thing about the S7 and the RS7 is they are nearly identical. The only thing that's different is on the steering wheel. One says S and one says RS. They both have the perforated leather. They both have options for suede as well. And they both have these standard carbon inlays. That is something that is new to this generation. And they also have the same options for things like Dynamica headliner and the individual contour seats. If you want to see the more in-depth on both interiors, I did one on the RS7 and I did one on the S7, again, finding those links below in the description. Now, something that I never have shown in a video before, but it did happen in real life, so I wanted to share it with you. We were using our tripod and this screw here came undone, so I needed to redo it. I didn't have a screwdriver, and then I thought, oh wait, the toolkit that comes in both of these cars has a screwdriver. So the toolkit you'll find under the back cargo area, and you can see in here, this is your toolkit. You've got your tow hook, you also got your wrench, and this is your wheel hanger. A lot of folks ask me, what the heck is this thing? This is a really cool invention, and of course you're gonna find it in a German car because they think of everything. So when you take a lug bolt out, you'll screw this in its place. That way you can pull the wheel off and it actually has this to sit on. And that way you can also line it up and put in all the other bolts so that it's in there and you don't have to hold it up there up against it and hope you're getting it in the right spot and not cross-threading it. And for those of you who are confused, these are lug bolts, not lug nuts. This is something that you will not find in an American car. But this is the screwdriver that saved the day, so I wanted to show you. You'll see you have a Phillips head on this side, and then if you pull it out, this is your flathead side. Now onto the back of the car, you can see they both have the same tail light signature going all the way along. Something I didn't talk about at the beginning is the fact that the RS7 has the black rings and badges you'll see right here. The S7 has the silver rings and badges. Silver rings and badges are standard on both, but depending on the packages, they can be optioned with the black rings and badges. Now, let's go down below. All right, now in the back of the car, in the lower part where you can see the exhaust and the diffuser, this is gonna be the easiest way to tell if it's an S7 or an RS7, if it's debadged. If you're just curious, seeing it far away, you always gotta look for the big, fat, oval exhaust tips. That's how you'll know if it's an RS car. Now this one has the sport exhaust, that gives it the black tips, which you'll see those along here, and the carbon optic package gives you the carbon coming all the way along. I love the honeycomb that peeks through along here as well. Coming over to the S7, you can see it has a much different diffuser while still very aggressive. It looks awesome. The quad tips are the characteristic of any S car. So if you see quad tips on an Audi, you know it's an S car. Both the S7 and RS7 are equipped with the Audi air ride suspension. The S7 and the RS7 have slightly different tuning when it comes to them, so it's a little bit more aggressive, a little bit stiffer on the RS7 versus the S7. But the best part about the air suspension is that when you get the S Sport package, but standard on the RS7 is the all-wheel steering. Well, we all know these are big sedans. This way it's able to be easily nimble and move into all the unique spots that you have to go. But now for the part we've all been waiting for. What do they sound like? Now you've seen the ins and outs of the S7 versus the RS7. They're truly very similar, however, they're very different flavors of the same thing. The Audi A7. That's the one that we've all seen on the road and go, oh, what is that? Oh my gosh. That was the very first Sportback that we've all come to know and love. So no matter what you pick, A7, S7, or RS7, you'll absolutely enjoy your Hot Rod Sportback. Thanks for watching this episode of Head to Head with the RS7 versus the S7. If you have any questions about either of these vehicles or any other vehicles I haven't mentioned, please leave it down below in the comments or come check one out at Audi Omaha. Thanks for watching.